Welcome back, fatties, to the Phat Chat, where the pH is as toxic as your mom's boyfriend who is about to be your stepfather. I am your host tonight, Chon, joined by Neff, Cisco, Enrique, and Joshua. Here on the Phat Chat, our interests are your interest, usually. We'll be announcing the winners on tonight's episode, so stay tuned to see if you are a winner. We also have a special announcement, and we need every single one of you guys to help us out. If the Phat Chat can reach 1,500 followers on Instagram and 1,000 plays on any platform, we will be holding another raffle with a grand prize of 2 topic rights. And can I get a drum roll, please? Oh, aggressive, guys. Hold on really quick. Is this a typo, guys?
No, that's real, baby.
What? Oh, you guys are in for a treat. We are going to be giving away a PS4, you guys.
What? Is that
Yes.
real?
Oh my god!
Yes, we are really giving away
What?
a PS4.
So you guys
So
are giving away my PS4?
Yeah, your PS4 only,
We're giving
baby.
yours away.
Yes.
Not even refurbished, and it's worse than pre-owned.
Yes, and so stay tuned for that, guys. See what you guys got to do to enter that raffle. On tonight's episode, you'll be getting to know us a little bit better, the fatties of the Phat Chat, where we are our own special guest. We reached out, and everybody wanted to know one main thing: how did the Phat Chat come about? And I'll let Josh take this one on how the Phat Chat became about.
So the idea of the Phat Chat came when Chon came to visit in our little town, and we went to go get some coffee. And the experience that we had at this coffee place was just so so hilarious. We figured, man, it has to be a freaking movie. And you know, the next best thing, you know, we're not filmographers or anything, so the next best thing is podcasting. And so we really thought about doing a mobile podcast at first, where we would just basically drive around in our car, take our equipment, and just people watch, and just talk a bunch of crap about about people. And you know, that's kind of where the idea came from.
Yeah, definitely. And hey, and that's kind of what got us here now. You know, I mean, and we've incorporated other people that are dedicated to join us and help out get the Phat Chat going. So
Yeah, super grateful for you guys, having me into this because it's really a privilege.
I
Same here. I mean, I'm sure you guys are all
that
grateful for
warmed
me
my
being
heart.
you guys are making my heart melt here, guys. I can't go on anymore.
Yo, boom, boom.
Alrighty. So let's get to know each other a little bit better, guys. We're going to do our interview questions, and we're going to start with Neff today.
Hey, how you doing?
Sweet. It's my turn to ask you a question.
Oh.
So, what are your hobbies?
So it's pretty vague. Like, I don't really know if I have anything specific that I enjoy to do. I guess a blanket statement would just to be I like to have adventures, and that kind of has its own category of whatever it is. So if that means go ride bikes, like motorcycles, or hike mountains, or camp overnight with like a knife and a tarp, then that's what I like to do.
So, you like to be a serial killer?
I mean,
That's what it
only
sounds
if
like.
you can't find me, yeah. I like just have fun, experience new things. I like to definitely have a lot of new experiences, and I feel like the more culture that I can experience, the funner of a person that I can be, at least for the people who are close to me.
So that's pretty cool
Okay.
that you like adventuring, like to go out, camp and do things like that. Really, manly type things. It's really, really hot. So
Yeah, a
how do
true
you?
manly man.
No wonder you smell like Dr. Sasquatch.
Oh no.
Not sponsored, but it'd be great if we were.
Hashtag Sasquatch life. So what got you into those hobbies, and why do they excite you to even want to
actually-
go do those things?
I'm glad you asked, because I used to really, really like playing video games and stuff like that. Things like Skyrim, open world games. And from there, I was like, you know what? Why don't I just do this in real life? So I went out, looked for mountain lion, and like try to fight it. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to
Nice.
find a mountain lion yet. But
I was going to say, how did that go?
but that general idea of being able to explore the earth that we live on and realize that everything that is in this video game essentially comes from somewhere, essentially comes from the earth that we live on now. And while we don't have dragons and like other ridiculous things, we do have beautiful scenery that we can experience and incredible animals and insects that we can get super close to. And it helps that I live so close to the mountains that I can actually go out there and enjoy it. and that's kind of what started my interest into the outside world. I like learning about like being skilled because I wasn't really talented growing up, and or still am not talented at all. So the more skills I have, the better of a person I am for myself, at least.
You know what? There was an Instagram photo, and I don't know if it was you or if you were part of this group. There was a mountain lion in somebody's photo on a hike. Was that you? Were you a part of that group?
You know what? I appreciate that.
I hate you.
No, it was not me. It's definitely not me.
It wasn't you, because whoever I know it was somebody that's mutual to us, but I could have sworn that you were part of that group, but I guess not, because like when you said the mountain lion thing, I was like, dude, you had your chance, bro, and you punked out. So, but
no, but I've been very close to some deers, really close to that's about it.
right, cool.
Ledges and deers.
So
Nice.
speaking of deers, and you said deer, and I think about food, right? Because I had a venison before. What is actually your favorite food?
So I really don't have like I said, I'm not very specific or particular about things, but I'm a big fan of like pancakes and waffles and like pastries, like breakfast food. Freaking, I will go hard for some. You can leave. So
Oh, I will, guys.
No, I'm just kidding. No, dude, I love breakfast food. It's really it's the most important meal of the day. That's not actually true, but it's true to me. It's true to my heart.
True to your heart.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I like the breakfast food, just not the pancakes. You can have all my pancakes, man. And what would be the craziest thing you have eaten as of now?
Probably iguana. I don't know if that's legal to say. And if it's not, then I haven't eaten it. But if it is, I might have theoretically had some.
Disclaimer: some of these facts might not be true.
That's in our disclaimer, bro. So don't even worry about it.
I
Yeah,
also
no,
did
you're
not say where I had it.
Exactly.
Your backyard.
His backyard.
I've traveled in and out of the country, in and out of many states.
I mean, you did say you live close to the mountains, right?
This is true. This is true.
Oh man. So is there any, besides iguana, is there any other exotic food that you want to try?
Not really. So I like the idea of hunting and kind of gathering your own food. And I want to go hunting. I want to go turkey hunting and like boar hunting. But I'm not sure how I feel about like exotic animal hunting. And I don't want to try and eat exotic animals just because I feel like there's not that many of them. I want to try and keep them that way.
Well, I would
keep them alive.
socially,
but in my
socially acceptable exotic animals. I don't want you going out there and hunting Joe Exotic's lions. You know, we don't want to be eating those.
Yeah, no, I'm not really particular as to like different types of exotics. I mean, maybe like if you consider like a scorpion exotic, yeah, I'm down to try that. Or like a what
I had scorpion actually over in Vegas.
Really? How was that?
That sounds like a long night.
It did not. It did not taste like anything. Actually, it tasted a little chalky. Because if you go to this place, I think it's called like Daddy's Tacos or something like that. It's right off the strip over at Planet Hollywood Mall. It's called the Scorpion Shot, and what you do is you have to chew the scorpion, and it comes with either not Patron. It's like some really big top shelf tequila, but you eat the scorpion, start chewing it, and take a shot, and do that. And it's okay, but it tastes chalky.
Interesting. I've heard of chocolate covered scorpions, but never that way.
Wow. But yeah, so I heard you like traveling, you know, you like to go hunting and stuff. So talking about traveling, is there a car that you would say that is your favorite or maybe dream car?
So favorite right now, I don't have a dream car because I'm like pretty fickle when it comes to like my material items.
Mm-hmm.
But dream car, I've always wanted to restore a 50s or 60s Chevelle. And right now I really want to save up for like a WRX STI, like a 15 or maybe like a 2022.
Mm-hmm.
You know, wherever it goes.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
you want to buy Zoe?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you want to buy my Subaru?
I'll take Zoe.
Yo, how much you selling it for?
$25K. It's a collector's now. Man.
No, thank you.
There's no hatches anymore.
No, thank you.
You know what? Don't be bitter because I beat you off of the line.
I'll just hunt you. It's okay.
Oh.
Before my tune, first off, sir.
No,
That was before my
no.
tune, before my LSD was improved.
Is that when
Sir,
you're
we will
in-
run again.
Hey, a win is a win. If you're not first, you're last.
We're gonna do it
down,
legally on
calm
track. Just saying.
I'm gonna adjust my camber right now.
All right, stay tuned, guys. Josh and I will do it. We'll do this again. All righty. So we have a next question. Here's going to be asking by Enrique for Neff.
Okay, Neff. If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why?
Well, Enrique, let me think about that.
He's
Being
like
the nerd
X-ray
that I
vision.
am, I've actually thought about this before. I would say like telekinesis or something. I feel like that's the most practical, especially for how lazy I am. Because sometimes, like, if you're working on the car and you can't get to a screw because for some reason they decided to block it off, yeah, I mean, how functional it'd be to just have telekinesis. Just like, you know what, I'm gonna unscrew that bolt right there. Boom, did it, done. Or like you can lift your body and fly places. Like just the practicality.
Yo, you'd be able to like disconnect your entire car. You'd be able to put it back together. You wouldn't have to worry about hitting your thumb. You know, some people do that.
I have
stuff.
a broken thumb, by the way.
Um,
Just for those who didn't know. Was
How
working
is
on
it?
my car and I ended up hitting my thumb with a hammer, and then bada bing, bada boom. Now I don't have a thumb.
That's so crazy.
Is that getting better?
I wish there was some way to share those pictures.
Yeah, no. Maybe on the YouTube we'll be able to throw it on there.
No.
So if you want to
chop
if
it
you
in,
listen to
chop it
this,
in for half a
with
second.
just a quick split second, take a look at my bloody thumb. But it is doing a lot better. Removed all the dead tissue and like the nail and everything like that. So it's
Oh my
just growing.
God.
I can
this
see.
point.
Dang.
man.
Oh man, I can see that right now. Oh, that looks bad.
That looks pretty crazy.
Yeah, it does. Oh
Take a
man.
bite out of that.
Oh no, thank you. So as you guys are aware, we did ask the fatties for questions on our Instagram. If you haven't followed our Instagram, do so. You can. That's where we got our questions, and we do have a secret fatty here that asked this question for Neff. Are you ready for it, Neff?
Oh yeah.
Alrighty. So imagine when the world says it's finally okay to go out in public and not worry about COVID anymore. What would you be doing all day?
Probably worrying about the smoke. I'm just kidding.
Oh, that was a good one.
I don't know. I really want to travel, but I work like full time. It's a good question. I would probably just save enough PTO time so I can travel to Norway. That was my plan this year. I think earlier in first or second episode I mentioned I wanted to go to Norway, like in February or March, and that was the plan. But someone got hungry, and here we are.
Nice. Alrighty. So we are gonna move along with. Thank you, Neff, for answering those questions. We do
Thank you
appreciate
very
it.
much. I appreciate
Uh-huh.
that. Thank you.
Yeah. No. Thank you. Cisco, you're up next with the questions.
So Cisco, if you could live in any gaming world, basically like Ready Player One, for an example, where would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a very good movie, actually. Maybe somewhere like in the Star Wars universe. So you never know if I'm a Jedi or something cool, something like that,
The
or maybe
Jedi
even like
Fall.
in a Need for Speed game. That'd be pretty cool. Get some cool cars.
All right. So why would it be in that universe? Like if like a mixture between Need for Speed and Star Wars.
Ooh, well, it'd be pretty cool. I do like cars. Well, I don't really know cars that good, but I do like them. They
That well,
look
sir.
pretty cool.
You don't know them that well.
Oh, that well, my bad.
I gotta correct this grammar.
Gotta be Josh. Really.
Learn to
Josh.
spoke, please.
Look. Sorry, Cisco. Go ahead.
You're all good.
Oh my god.
But
Okay, guys.
Are you crying?
a little bit.
Dude, that was good.
Okay.
Continuation.
Oh man, I'm gonna ask my question, guys.
Yeah, just ask your question, bro.
Okay. All right. All right. So, what are some of your favorite pastimes?
Let's see. I do like skateboarding. I did get into skateboarding, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, but I never really started learning anything or learning any tricks until like last year. So
nice.
I've been enjoying that.
How'd you get into this skateboarding?
I was with a friend and him and his brother, they had 3 cruiser boards and there was like a little hill next to them. So we would go down there and ride them. And I ended up like really liking it. So I got a skateboard as a gift. And then after that I kind of just got attached to it.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So you didn't do any? Have you done any like snowboarding? Because I hear those are like similar, snowboarding and skateboarding.
No, actually I really want to try it though cuz it does look pretty cool and fun. But
Awesome.
yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I just helped answer your next question about if there's any other sport that you want to get into. Anything besides snowboarding?
Probably not, to be honest. Snowboarding I have been wanting to try for a while, so that'd be pretty cool to try.
All right. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So for me, if we weren't in the predicament that we're in regarding the coronavirus, if you could change your circumstances, what would you change and why? Regarding like your schooling, your literally any form of circumstances, what would you change?
Probably my classes, because I'm not really. How do I say this? I'm not good at school. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, probably.
Nobody likes school. It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but
So
yeah,
are you
probably.
in a gate class or
I'm sorry.
a gate class? Do they still call them gate classes or are they prep classes?
Dog,
I
that was
think
like 20
so.
years ago.
Yeah.
But you're definitely not in them, right?
No, I don't. No, I tried taking like the fun classes and stuff.
Oh, I
Things
see,
like
like
that.
wood shop, woodworking,
Yeah, woodshop. I did enjoy woodshop actually. It was a good class.
horticulture.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, it'd probably be like my school situation.
I think that's growing up.
All
I didn't
right,
either.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough growing up and going to school, man. It's all good.
So what are the things that really bring you joy, but not just like making you laugh, but like what do you say are things that bring you contentment?
I do like hanging out with friends and family. That makes me really happy. Not just because like they make me laugh or stuff or things like that, but I just enjoy being around them, hanging out, things like that. Makes me happy.
Are you sure?
Oh my God.
Like, I met your family. So I'm just kidding, bro. I'm just kidding.
You're on one tonight, Josh, aren't you? You are.
I
Just
am, bro. I
on a
had like
roll,
8
man.
cups of coffee, bro.
That was
Daddy
pretty good, I'm
life,
not gonna lie.
Daddy life has you on coffee extreme, maltodextrin type extreme.
I'm scared of you tonight, man. I'm scared of you.
Motodextrin.
Oh,
Are you looking that up, Enrique?
No, I'm just asking. What is it?
Oh, I don't. It's something that they put in Starbucks coffee, bro. It's like if you take a look at especially like all these energy drinks, but mainly the coffees. So next time you're at 7-Eleven or the dollar store or whatever, look at the. I know, why does it have to be the dollar store, right? Am I calling you poor? Like, what is? when you're there, check out the canned coffees, especially from Starbucks. You look on the ingredients, dude. It's like basically 90% chemical and 10% coffee. I think even on the thing it says that there's an actual only a percentage of coffee in that thing, and the rest of it is all the additives. And maltodextrin, I can't remember if it's just like a additive for taste or Neff.
No,
Are
so
you
I looked
searching
it
it
up.
up?
I did. I actually looked it up on the Oogle. Not Google. I said Oogle.
Google, baby.
Don't
like,
sue
are
us.
you having
Anyways,
trouble talking?
so it's a thickener or a filler to increase the volume of a processed food. So it makes sense why they would put it in coffee.
So it's a
make it little more-
filler.
Yeah, and it also helps with like shelf life for packaged foods.
So it's a
Interesting.
preservative and a filler. So I can basically put like 80% maltodextrin, 20% coffee, and then that's it.
Yeah, they
it'll
probably
basically
use
just
it in like
explode the
gelatin
can.
and stuff like that, like salad dressings and gelatin and sauces and puddings.
Yeah, bro. I mean, it even says it. Maltodextrin has an even higher glycemic index than table sugar, bro. So all of you diabetics out there, don't drink that Starbucks canned coffee. Too late for me. So it's
Well, I mean, there's a disclaimer now that even the beans at Starbucks, the way they roast them, it causes cancer. It could
oh
cause
my
cancer.
god,
Isn't that
seriously.
Yeah.
Can't you get
Yeah.
cancer from everything? Like you go to
Yeah.
like, McDonald's and you have that little placard on the wall that says like I don't know.
Yeah.
Everything's radioactive now.
Could have cancer.
Oh, yeah.
Shit, your phone can give you cancer.
Everybody
computer
wants to be Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. And if it doesn't, and the phones don't give you cancer, they blow up in your ear.
Hashtag Samsung.
7.
I think that was the Note
What?
7.
Yeah,
Or
The
was it
grenade
Note
phone.
6?
Didn't they ban them from like airplanes?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, isn't that crazy? Like even with the fixes, they what's it called? TSA banned it still, or the Federal Flying Commission. I don't know what they're.
Yeah, I don't know.
FAA?
But
Sure, we'll go with that.
I was thinking FDA, but I think that's Food and
That's
Drug
Food Administration.
All right, so we haven't actually our secret fatty question that Enrique is going to be asking Cisco.
Okay, Cisco. What is your favorite movie and why?
Right now, it's probably between a few. I really enjoy Ready Player One, and Star
I thought
Wars.
it was a
Revenge of-
Notebook.
that one too. It's very touching. But yeah, I got into Star Wars again. So Revenge of the Sith is definitely up there too.
And
Is
so
it because the liar meme?
It's a good meme.
And so what do
It's a
you, what
good
do you like those two movies? What do you like those two particular movies and what are the reasons?
I don't know. I think Ready Player One is just like a really cool movie with the effects and everything and how it has to do with gaming, which I really enjoy. So yeah, and then for Star Wars, I'm not sure. Star Wars is, Star Wars, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The concepts of both of them are great.
Yeah, they are.
I really
Yeah.
enjoyed Ready Player One and the whole being able to live kind of in that virtual world and not really having to leave your home. And it
Yeah.
kind of I feel like it speaks to us a lot more today than it did before because of the whole COVID-19 and with all the smoke, we can't even leave our homes.
Yeah, it would be perfect right now. I mean, even though I'd probably gain a bunch more weight, but hey, I'll be in that other world. I can be what I want.
Have you guys seen the PlayStation 4 chats with the VR, like that VR world? In the PlayStation 4, you can get the PlayStation.
Yeah, I've heard. I mean, I have friends who have the VR. I've just never. I haven't experienced the VR yet. I just, in my personal opinion, I don't want to pay the price of another PS4 just to experience that. I don't know. That's not worth it to me. If I'm at a friend's house and he has it or she has it, I'll try it out. But that's too much money for me for that experience.
Yeah.
It's pretty
I mean,
expensive.
I've tried it. It's not out of mine, but like you said, I was at a friend's house and she had it, and I was playing it there. It's pretty cool, but I haven't seen the chats. But it's if I had,
Is it worth it though? Is it worth it to you?
The chat is hilarious.
well,
What do they say in the chat?
yeah. What do they say in the chat?
Go to YouTube and just watch like you know how they have people of New York. You know what that is?
What?
On Instagram, people of New York. They take photos of random people in New York and then they interview them. And it's
Okay.
crazy character people like with crazy backgrounds. Well, they do the same thing in the chat world of PlayStation 4, and you meet all these different people from different backgrounds, and you hear these crazy stories. And their avatars are so funny because sometimes they're modded and they look like you could be like Kermit the Frog, and I don't know, it's super funny. You have to look into it. I think that would be like one of the main reasons.
Wait,
why.
they could be Kermit the Frog, like in the virtual world.
Yes, in the virtual world, you can be any.
Oh, I see what you mean.
You guys don't even know this? What the heck?
No, dude. Like I said, I haven't experienced it. I didn't even know that there's like a free world that you can like be a part of and stuff like that. Like that sounds like Second Life from The Office. Like very depressing.
That's news to me too. I just thought there was games just like point and shoot, whatever.
No. It's like Ready Player One. Like they have that whole world where you can go chat with people. It's
Yeah, you have
Dude,
different
that-
chat servers as well. Like there's for what is it called? The HTC Vive. You have like a different servers that you can join in different worlds where you interact with different people, and you can actually watch movies in these servers with other virtual people.
You know who really does a good job piggybacking off of that idea, and this is probably where that idea came from. Black Mirror. Their episode with the guys, how like they input that, I don't know if it's a chip or what, but you basically can jump into the game and like, I mean, that episode's pretty anyway, Black Mirror. So like they take big tech and they wrap it up into what could be. And it's crazy because like that one episode where the girl, like, it's all about rating, like all like the ratings that everybody gets is how you know where you're going in life and how everybody else knows where you're going in life. And before like Instagram likes and all this stuff came out, that episode came out, and then all of a sudden, like a year after, likes and all this stuff, ratings, that's what life is about now, right? So it's Black Mirror just takes a spin off of our big tech today, so I wouldn't doubt it if something like that could happen.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
it happen. I think it's already happening.
Yeah, probably. Maybe behind the scenes is going on right now.
Yeah.
But Cisco, thank you very much. I appreciated your answers.
Yeah, thank you for the questions. I enjoyed
Of course. Hopefully everybody gets to know a little bit more about Neff and Cisco so far. And we are moving on to Mr. Enrique. And I'm sorry, Enrique. Josh is going to ask you a question. He's been on one tonight, so
I'm afraid.
I'm on one. So photography is your passion, right? That's no secret for those who know you. So why is it your passion, and how did that passion develop?
Let's see. Why is it my passion? I don't know, because it's fun. It's fun to create. It's fun to shoot photos. Sometimes you take photos and you're just super ecstatic about them. You don't know why sometimes until you study what composition is and you look further into photography and what makes a good photo and why it's good. There's a lot of nuances you can go into. You can go into the colors. You can go into what is it? Like literally the shapes and textures in the photos, not just the subject. Just things like that. Let me see. I don't know. Why is it my passion? I just enjoy it. It's fun. How did I get into it?
Yeah.
This is an interesting story. So, my very first job pretty much was working for a photography company called Banks & Co. Photography out of Turlock. And I started working there because the owner of the company, he skateboarded. He skateboarded his whole life, and he would come to the skate park in Turlock, and he would skate. And he knew my friend Julian, and my friend Julian was into photography before me. And me and Julian were real close friends, and he mentioned me. And he knew that I didn't smoke or I didn't do anything because I was studying the Bible at the time. And since he knew that about me, he wanted to hire me. He's like, hey, I think I can trust you. Like, you're not going to show up to the job site, hire anything. So he's like, do you want to work for me? And I was like, yeah, for sure. So I started working for him for a few years, off and on, just kind of like as a seasonal thing. And one year I was taking photos, and I thought I was a kid. I thought I was taking photos of a kid. And the person's all like, oh, no, I'm a teacher. And I was like, what? You're a teacher? And they're all like, yeah, I'm 25. I'm like, what do you teach? And they're like, I do graphic design and something else. Like, I don't really remember, but it was a high school teacher, and they looked younger than me. And I just started thinking about it, and I was like, I work for a photography company, and I barely know how to use this camera. I only know how to use it because there's already presets on it. I just show up to the job, I take photos, whatever. I know how to pose people. I know what details to take out, to pay attention to. But what do I really know about photography? So shortly after that, I went to Barnes and Noble with a brother, Chris Mendoza, and we just got done skateboarding. And like I had been thinking about it for a while. I'm like, I think I want to get into photography. I think I want to try it. So I got a book called Complete from Photography from National Geographic, and I just read it. I just read it every day. I got to know the basics of photography, what composition was, and what makes a photo a good-looking photo. And then I eventually bought my first DSLR for $100 from my old boss at that Banks & Co. photography company. And then I started to upgrade the body of the camera and get better cameras, get better lenses, watch more videos, go out and shoot, and watch my skill in photography start to develop. And when you start getting better at photography and you can see yourself getting better, you just want to just keep getting better, just like with anything else. And then especially with Instagram's so big on photography. It's literally about photography. Even though that's not, I don't know. It's like, I feel like there's a part of Instagram that is like about people's lives. It's more like a Facebook. And then I feel like there's another part of Instagram that is strictly about photography and the
Mhm.
nuances of it and different styles and things like that. And I feel like I forgot where I was going with that point. Oh, so like when Instagram came about, it only encouraged me even more to get into it. And so why is it my passion? Because it's fun. I enjoy doing it, and there's so much to do, and there's so many different ways to do it.
Yeah.
Cool.
I just want to chime in there. I appreciate that story because I'm not a photographer, right, quote unquote, but I do enjoy taking pictures, and I enjoyed your story a lot because I know kudos to you, man, because it's not an easy thing to learn. I know for a fact, and that you actually had the time and read that book. That's pretty cool, man.
Oh,
So
thanks.
sorry, Chon,
No, you're
to
good.
interrupt. So then I know that there's two types of photographers, right? There's those who just have like I think they call it like the golden eye, and there's the technical eye. Which one would you say personally that you have?
Technical. Well, a little both, because some days I just want to shoot random stuff, even if I don't even know why I'm shooting it. If it looks good, shoot it, because later on, it could be a really good photo. When I first started shooting, it was very mechanical or thought out because of the book. It's structured the way I thought and the way I shot. So if I was going to shoot something, I would take time and think about it, and then I would take one photo. But now I'm taking several photos because what I'm learning is that a photographer, it's an expression, I guess, amongst the photography community, but they say it takes 1,000 photos. You need to take 1,000 photos in order to get one good photo. So
Oh, I like that.
just shoot away. Even if you don't know why it looks good, shoot it anyways because it's digital. You're not paying for film anymore. You can just go home, dump them on your computer, go out and shoot again. So I'm a little of both now. I try to be, I guess you could say, methodical with most of my shots, but I'm trying to lean more towards just taking more shots and figuring out why they look good later.
Cool.
Trying
Thanks,
to find a
man.
balance between the two. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. There you go. Go out and shoot, guys. Anybody who wants to do photos. Enrique, you mentioned skateboarding. Kind of got you into the photography, right? Do you? I know it's something you still enjoy doing. That you're passionate about. Do you still constantly skateboard, or did you stop doing that? Or tell us about that.
I occasionally skateboard. So it's funny because I skateboarded since I was about 14 or 13, and I stopped when I was about 19 to 20. No, because I skateboarded regularly all of high school and a little bit of junior college. And after that, I got a job and I started getting into the Bible and studying the truth and everything. And so it started to slow down. But to answer your question, nowadays, not really, not a lot. I mean, it's funny. Most of the times, the only time I skateboard is when I skate to the mailbox, literally, because it's faster. I wish I could skateboard more.
Convenience? You skate for convenience?
Yeah, dude, it's so much faster than walking. If you're good at skateboarding, you can smash down the street way faster than walking, and it's more convenient, and it's a lot more fun, and it's cooler because the wind's hitting you. You'd have
So are
to.
skaters the future fatties on Wally, or?
I think boosted boards are, because boosted boards you don't get a push. You just got the
True,
little
Right. It's for the lazy people. That's
Yeah.
me.
But another reason why I don't skate as much is because, well, at one time, growing up, I had like a skateboarding, crew. I had a lot of friends who skateboarded. That's all we did 24/7. So I don't have that anymore. I don't have as many friends who skateboard anymore. So the motivation to go out was partly because of the community. And now that I am a part of a different community, I guess you could say, I no longer have that same kind of drive, even though I still love skateboarding for what it is. Am I going over? What happened?
No, you're good.
Keep
Oh,
going,
okay,
keep
okay.
going.
So anyways, it stinks now because, as you get older, your body tends to break down, and I guess
Yeah.
I didn't know, but when I was growing up, I have degenerative disc disease. So
Oh man.
Ooh.
What is that?
I don't know what's going on with you guys and why you're laughing, and I wish I knew.
All right. So so for everybody, we can see each other, and We were just trying to get someone's attention, and they didn't see us. So there, we got
My
everybody
bad.
laughing behind screen.
Yo,
You're
I'm still
jumping
working
around
it.
trying to get this side.
Bro.
sorry about that, Enrique.
Yo, I didn't know. I forgot that Enrique's screen, his video's not on. So for some reason, it just clicked in my mind like, oh, he can't see us. No, wrong. That's wrong.
I'm so. What is going on?
Oh my gosh.
man.
It's like, am I done?
No,
No, you're good. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh man.
So, anyways, I found out later in life, like when I was about 25, I have this thing called degenerative disc disease. So it's pretty common, and it varies from person to person. Basically, I have a disc in my back in between my, I forgot what it's been so long, my S1 and L5, or L5 and S1. It's something like that. So it's in the very, very bottom of my spine. And I have a disc down there, and it's desiccated, or in other words, it's been dehydrated. So it's lost its height, and now my bones are basically hitting each other. And I didn't notice this until I was working at a company called Kelly-Moore Paints, and I was lifting heavy stuff all the time, which was like 5-gallon buckets of paint every day, and I was holding one in both arms, and they can range from like 50 to 90 pounds each, depending on the viscosity of the paint.
Yeah.
Anyways, long story short, I came to find out that I have that degenerative disc disease, and it might have sped up the process, because the doctor told me even if I injured my back there, it wouldn't have developed in me until about 20 years later when I was 40. And since it happened to me really early in life, they think maybe the job might have increased the time, or I guess sped it up.
Yeah.
And we're not quite sure why I have it, but I do know, like when I was a kid, I got into a car accident, and when I was in that car accident, I was laying down with my seat reclined, and I'm assuming when we got hit, because I don't remember the accident, I blacked out. So when we got hit, I'm assuming that my body flung up, like kind of like, I don't know how to explain it, like it folded up,
Yeah.
and then it folded back down, and I'm assuming maybe that hurt my back or something.
Yeah.
But because of that, it makes it hard to skateboard sometimes, because I get inflammation from it. I get lower back pain. If I jump wrong and if I land wrong, I get this shooting pain in my back from the nerve that's being pinched by these they're called what are they called? Osteophytes, which are it's basically like I got arthritis in my back. I got bone spurs in my spine. And so those pinch down on the nerves in my back, and they can cause me a lot of pain, or they can cause sciatic pain. And so because of that, it kind of deters me from skateboarding.
Well, it's good that you're not skateboarding anymore. You're gonna mess yourself up, man.
Yeah. So I mean, I can still do tricks and stuff, but it's just, I don't even know if it's worth it anymore. It's fun to cruise, but to do tricks and jump down stuff, not anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Man.
Tony
yeah,
Hawk
that
question?
was. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so, Tony Hawk sounds really cool. I've always loved Tony Hawk games, and I think I saw a small preview of the newest one coming out. And if
Oh
anyone
yeah.
excited for it, but yeah, okay, that's it. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Yeah. So I'll go on to my question now. What's your favorite type of photography?
Favorite type of photography? I have a couple. I like portrait photography. Like, I don't know. I don't have like one single. Right now, it's portrait photography. I'm trying to get good at it, and I like it. I just got a new 85 millimeter lens for my Canon. I got a Canon RP. It's a mirrorless camera, and
I think they have a mode for that, right? I think it's just called portrait mode. So do you just point and shoot?
no, that's for noobs.
I'm a noob then, sir. I'm a noob myself.
And that's okay, because it still does a good job. But I like to shoot with real shallow depth of field. So the lens I have is a 1.8 aperture. So you get really good shallow depth of field, or some people know it as bokeh or bokeh or blur.
Mm-hmm.
I like shooting with that. And sometimes you got to be careful, because if you don't focus it properly, it could be overpowering, and it could make your subject blurred out, or it could say like you accidentally focus on the person's nose. The person's nose will be in focus, but the rest of the body will be out of focus. So it's really important to focus on the eye that's closest to you, and then that way you get better results. So I like, right now it's portrait photography, but eventually I would like to get into like a lifestyle and what is it called? Lifestyle and I can't think of the name. Product photography. I don't know if you've seen like really cool photos of people like with watches on or like sporting
Oh
shoes
yeah.
or like maybe even a phone. I like that type of photography because you could do it anywhere.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. But okay, that's it for that question. Shoot,
I guess my question is next. So you seem like a pretty experienced person. What would you consider to be your proudest accomplishment?
I thought about that long and hard, and I think the first thing that comes up to my mind, and I don't know if this is funny or not, but I think it's getting married. I don't know why.
Oh.
I'm proud of being married. I'm proud that I was able to find somebody who is compatible with me, who I get to wake up and talk to every day and spend time with and go on dates, and who understands me and someone I can love and give that love to.
This isn't that kind of show, bro. We don't need that kind of expression. So
It's gonna be pretty awkward if that's not her proudest moment.
Oh man, imagine.
Like to go on, like I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm proud of my whole life. I'm proud of everything I've done. I've gone through so much in life, and I don't know. I could go on and on about it, but I don't know if I have time.
Well, I guess where do you think you'd be in 10? So I guess this question is in two ways. Where do you think, or what do you want to be doing in 10 years? And then where do you actually think you're going to be doing in 10 years? If you think it's separate.
What I would like to do in 10 years, idealistically, be one of those Instagram photographers that just do street photography or do product photography and make money off of that. I think that's super cool. Or even like these guys that are on YouTube that just basically give you a walkthrough on how to use your camera or about how to use lighting and things like that. I think that would be really ideal. But where I think I'm probably going to be, I don't know. My life's so weird and unpredictable. I've had so many different jobs, and it's not like I've had so many different jobs, but I've never been fired from any of them. It's like I switch jobs because either I found something better or it fits my circumstances more. So if anything, idealistically, probably still in Sacramento, maybe with a new and better job, and just living life.
And well, you talk about your life kind of taking all over the place, right? Kind of in different aspects. You don't know where you're going to be. I did want to kind of make an announcement to all the fatties out there. Unfortunately, this is actually going to be Enrique's his last podcast with us. He won't be able, just life happens, and he's not going to be able to do the podcast with us anymore. So, but I do want to say, it saddens us all. Yes, it does, Enrique. We honestly we really enjoy having you here, and I'm pretty sure the fatties enjoying hearing you too. But
Yeah, definitely.
It's fun being here.
I mean,
Yeah.
you built a fan base, dude. You built a fan base. You have about 8,000 people around the world.
Incredible.
he's like incredible. So if you guys want to check out Enrique's photography, kind of see what kind of photos he does, they're pretty nice. How can they see those photos, Enrique? You got an Instagram?
Yeah, you can check me on simply pixel by pixel. It's just I don't know, it's ever changing. I'm always like putting stuff in and taking stuff off, so it could be one thing.
I think you can find his IG on the Phat Chat. I believe simply pixel by pixel is following the Phat Chat, and we're following him. So if anybody out there is following us on IG, you can find him there too.
All right, there you go. You heard it. Everybody check out Enrique's Instagram, see his photography there. Thank you, Enrique. You know what? We appreciated all your answers as well. That was Enrique, guys. And hey, may everything go well for you after since you won't be here with us anymore after the Phat Chat. Thank you again, Enrique.
Thank you, guys.
I'm going to cry.
It's okay.
I know. All righty. Let me compose myself now. Mr. Joshua.
Hold on.
All right.
Did I go over?
We are going to you, Joshua. No, Enrique, you're fine.
Okay.
So I have a question for you now, Josh. We know you covered the fatherhood topic, because you're the only host that has had a child of their own recently. Tell us about how that experience was and how you felt that exact moment that you became a father.
I get that question a lot, actually, and I can only explain it by saying it's unreal. Um, as soon as I saw him come out, as soon as I saw him come out,
I was thinking breached, but
the doctor gave him to me, and well, he gave him to Simone, and I'll tell you what, it's very weird to feel your mindset shift, and just feel this huge emotional state. It's just it's hard to explain because it's like one of those things that you have to experience it, because it's all circumstantial. It's to the individual and how they feel, but for me it was unreal. It still feels unreal.
yeah, and you said it changed. You know, that moment that you held your son, that everything kind of changed. Does that mean like challenges too? Like, what new challenges did you face, and how did you like overcome being a father with a newborn baby?
So the challenges, honestly, the challenges aren't too bad. I think if you're a naturally selfish person, then it would be hard for you.
Oh, of course.
And the only reason is because you now have this little life to take care of, that is kind of coming first. So for me and Simone, I mean, I'm naturally selfish. So I had some issues with definitely my sleep schedule. That was one thing that definitely had to change. But we had him like a week before the government shutdown for COVID. So we've been able to be here with him, and take care of him, and I think the biggest challenge that I had to come to overcome, and I don't like to admit it, but I guess just really feeling that love for my son. Like, I know I can't, I mean, obviously there's that love, but it's very dang, how do I explain that? It's like he's here. You know what I mean? Like, I wake up, he's there. He's just
Yeah.
like, to kind of get over that feeling of it's an extra body in the in the house. And more so, it's like, that's my son. And I think that'll come. I think that'll come later in life, when I actually can start really communicating with him and like doing more stuff with him. But that's not how I feel now. Man, I love that kid. Like, every day that I see him, like, I feel like tearing up. But it's like, just for the things that he does, all the new things that he does. So I think it's just like with anything new, it's growth. It's growth, and you'll continue to overcome those feelings and just keep going.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's those are like some true sentiment right there, man. I appreciate that. And if for anyone out there, men and women, are thinking about having a child, do you have any advice for them?
So, like I mentioned, right, it's growth. The biggest thing, honestly, I'm a spiritual person, so I told Simone, my wife, before she even got pregnant, because we weren't trying or anything, but I just told her. She goes, what if I got pregnant the next day? Like, what if I got pregnant next week? What would happen? And I just told her, I don't know. If it happens, it happens, and if it happens, then it must happen for a reason. Because God will know when God will know when we're ready. That's what I told her.
Yeah.
And honestly, like 2 months after that, then we found out that she was pregnant.
You're like, oh, it's time.
So, yeah, we were just like, well, all right. He said it's fine, so we got the green light. But definitely don't over prepare yourself, because you can't ever be fully ready. It doesn't matter how you prepare, how many books, how many textbooks, how many tips that you get from parents. You're never going to be ready, because it's growth. No one is ever ready for growth, and everybody grows in their own way. So that's the piece of advice that I can give to people out there.
And save money.
Save
Save-
money if you don't want one.
Yeah, I can see that.
All right, my turn now. I guess the question is twofold as well, but what did you want to do when you were younger? And would your younger self be proud of what you're doing now?
Ooh.
So I wanted to be a lot of things when I was younger, including a Chippendales dancer.
Huh?
Oh,
Oh my.
I'm so glad that did not become reality. Because
Hey, I would be Chris Farley, bro. Don't stop that.
we do not need that in this world.
I wanted to be a lot of things. I wanted to be, like your regular public servants, right? Like firemen, policemen, stuff like that. I actually, out of those, a lot of the professions, I wanted to be a chef, a mechanic, or a policeman. And out of those three things, I'm doing none. So, if my younger self saw me with that, he'd probably be confused. He'd be like, "Hold on a second, why aren't we doing these things?" But it actually, I wanted to be a mechanic. Out of all those, that's the biggest one. And the reason why I didn't get into that was because my grandfather, my uncles, my great grandfather, they all came from a line of mechanics. And so my grandpa, he told me, he said, learn how to work on your car, but don't do it for a career. Do something else that'll use your brain for your career. And I was like, okay, that's fine. So I just went off that beaten path. But would my younger self be proud? I think so. My answer is kind of the same as Enrique's, where there's a lot that I've been through personally in my own life that some people wouldn't be able to handle. I know everybody has their own stories and everything like that, but some people really wouldn't be able to handle some of the stuff that I've seen and went through. So I think my younger self would be proud to know that I didn't turn to any vice. I didn't turn to any corrupt state, and I'm still trying to do my best to be a good person.
You're not addicted to anything?
Yes, I am addicted to gaming and my wife.
Nice.
That was a good save at the end.
That was a good save.
That was a good save.
What do you think you would consider to be your biggest fear? And not like in a, oh, I'm scared of spiders. I'm talking about like your existential crisis fear.
Homelessness. That has always been my biggest fear. And I know that sounds like a funny one because like everyone's just like, oh, well, you have family and all that stuff, but you never know, dude. You never know. And that really is my biggest fear, is being homeless, nowhere to go. And yeah, just being alone in that fact. So that's my biggest fear.
Yeah, I would be scared to be homeless as well.
I would probably break in somewhere, honestly.
GameStop. I break into
squatting.
Honestly, I've thought of like being homeless before, and I've like looked around while skateboarding or walking. I'm like, that'd be a pretty good place to stay right there.
I do the same thing.
Yeah, it's just like because you see a really nice tree next to a wall, and you're like, dang, that could be a good fire.
Seriously.
But yeah,
no, I know exactly what he's talking about. I do the same. Sometimes you drive down and like you see this weird little nestled spot in between the building and some bushes or something, and you're like, that would be a good spot
bro,
to like.
A perfect place. Or you see a place with like a peach tree, and you're like, bro, free food.
Cuddle up right next to that homeless guy. Perfect.
But yeah. So
funny.
I think I'm gonna go on to my question now. What are your favorite hobbies?
I definitely like gaming. I like I love tech. I love stock markets, finances. But I definitely, cars are one of my favorite hobbies too. I love working on cars. Obviously family line. I think that just came naturally. But those are the kind of things that I like to do.
That's cool. So you like cars?
Yes, I do, sir.
Was part 3 better than part 2?
You know what? I don't think so, bro. I think part 2 was definitely better. Part 3 was kind of like about women empowerment and stuff. Now,
I thought we were talking about how many engines he's gone through. Your second engine or third?
I do like cars though. The movie and the actual thing.
think it's my turn.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For as long as I've known you, especially on Instagram, I've always seen you use this hashtag, and I never knew why. Why do you always hashtag the mansion?
Oh, I saw that too, actually.
Yo, so the mansion actually has a very nice meaning to it. So Chon came to visit me, and it was like I think after the first time that we met, he came over for like a class or something like that. And when he came into the house, he was just like, "Oh my gosh, like where do you guys live at? Like this is a mansion, right?" And I was like, "Dude, like, I didn't know. I was just like, this is just my home, right? Like my parents got it, and I'm living in it, and it's normal to me." And so every time Chon would talk about coming back to visit, he would always be like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to go to the mansion." And then he started taking pictures and started using hashtag the mansion whenever he was here to visit. So that's when I was just like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm gonna take it from you, dude. I'm taking that, and that's gonna be like a staple on all of my pictures as the mansion, because that's what we've always called it here. It's even funny because even the Wi-Fi, like even this place, it's the mansion 2.0. Like it's just a continuing theme, a continuing reoccurring theme of where I'm at. So that's why I use the mansion on all my stuff.
Okay, crazy. Okay, that's cool. Now I know the real reason why.
Yeah,
because I'm
and-
listening. I was
So
like,
believe me, you're not alone. Actually, I've kept it secret for a very long time. I have not told anybody. I actually play aloof whenever somebody says, "Why do you use the mansion? Like, what are you talking about? Why that makes you seem so pretentious?" Just like, anyway, I use.
You're like, because I am pretentious.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I want to add. I know this is your segment, but I want to add something though. For everybody listening, I've done like video calls with Josh, and he'd be walking around the house, right? And all you see is somebody's face, and then everything around them. Well, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm going to go to the room," and it would literally take like 10 minutes to go all the way through the kitchen, through like 2 living rooms, upstairs. I mean, and that's essentially why I started saying the mansion, because I was like, dude, your house is huge. It's a mansion.
Oh,
And then,
yeah, because I would be getting like I would tell him like I'm gonna go downstairs and get a glass of water, and I would be it probably would take about like 5 maybe 6 minutes to go downstairs, get the cup, fill up the water, walk back. I mean, granted, I'm walking slowly while I'm talking to him, but I remember one time I think it did take like 10 minutes or so,
it did.
and you were just like, "Dude, where are you at? Like, are you back at your room yet?" And I was like, "No, dude, I'm walking upstairs." It's like, what the heck? Did you go down to the wine cellar? Like, what? So, and mind you, now my parents' house. It's not that big. It's all circumstantial. People don't think I'm rich.
It's a nice size house, yeah. But when you're looking at it through a lens, it just felt like forever. And I'm just like, this guy's in a mansion. Yeah. Oh man. Alrighty. Well, I do want to ask this last question from it's one of our Phatty listeners, a secret Phatty. And what would you say is a really weird food combo, but to you, it's something completely normal?
Dang, man. So that I think that's twofold. There's two things that I always get people telling me like, "Oh my gosh, why would you do that? That's just like I don't like it." One is ranch with pizza. I know that that's becoming more popular between everybody, but ranch with pizza growing up has always been my thing. And I've just run into so many people who are just like, "Oh, I can't do that with my pizza. Oh, I can't even have that. That's a bad combo." But it's normal for me. My other one is my other two is barbecue sauce with plain pasta and Parmesan cheese.
what?
Yes,
In the
yes.
world?
That sounds weird.
I'm telling you, I call it whenever I make it, it's like my barbecue. I call it barbecue chicken pasta because I'll get the pasta. It has to be the spiral pasta. You get that, you dice up your chicken, whatever, cook it up, and then but it has to be the bullseye barbecue sauce. I've tried it with other barbecue sauces. It doesn't work. You need to use the bullseye barbecue sauce. And then after you put it on the plate, you put a bunch of Parmesan cheese on it, and I mean like a bunch of Parmesan cheese.
Parmesan.
And, and you just go to town, man. So that one, and then when it comes to rice, I can put anything on rice. Dude, Like growing up, rice and lasagna. That's no wonder I'm fat.
Rice and lasagna.
But lasagna, bro, like putting like butter and garlic butter and all that on your rice while you have the lasagna. I would put ketchup on rice to eat with like hot links and hot dogs. So anything that you would put on bread, essentially you can put on rice, and so that's what that's
it is a grain.
That's what I get from an Asian home.
Masubi, man.
Oh, dude, yes.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Masubi's
I don't
so
know.
good.
All I know is that Josh, you cook a mean breakfast, rice, eggs, spam. Oh, dude, I love the spam and rice. That's it. I'm gonna leave it there.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude,
you're making me hungry.
Those three things, I'm telling you, I've gotten just heat for it all my life, and it's normal to me, man. But yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
dude. So I'm gonna say something real quick. I always hear people say that spam is really gross.
What?
No,
That's
Yeah.
a lie. That is a
I
farce.
don't know
I
who
was
said
playing
that. Who are these
games.
people?
I'm not sure if they want to be mentioned, so I won't mention names. But
You know,
I
I'll
was
tell
playing
you,
games.
the people who say that have never been poor.
Yeah.
Probably true.
Yeah.
No, I'm
Dude,
just kidding.
spam when you crisp it up on the
Dude,
pan.
yes, when
That's
it's
the
like
best.
crispy with rice. That's when
see,
it's really
and
good.
that's
Spam with
the
some
thing,
buffalo sauce is pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's actually really good too. Or if you cut up just regular spam, what I do, I like the spam with the Tabasco, but if you slice up your spam and you pour a bunch of Tabasco on the slices and cook it yourself that way, oh dude, beautiful.
Don't you
Bro,
have
my
exotic
favorite pour
spam?
meal, a bowl of ice with some water. Freaking delish.
Oh, get out of here with that. Oh
But,
man. All right.
Though, to go on the spam issue for real, people who usually say they don't like spam or it's disgusting, it's one because they've never even tried it and they just see
Yes.
it's canned meat, or because there are people out there who their parents, freaking crackheads, would just slice spam raw and give it to them because it's technically pre-cooked meat.
Oh, that's
it
Well, I
looks like
mean,
dog
Which-
technically it is, but you're not.
Hold on, let
supposed to
me
really
let
eat
me
it like that.
tune in on that one. Actually, when I was in high school, I was doing conditioning with wrestling, and after high school, I would like run down to the closest store. I would grab like cans of spam, and I would just crack it open and start eating it.
what?
Just like that.
Yeah, just start swallowing them down.
You wouldn't get like sick or anything.
it's pre-cooked,
So far,
bro.
no.
Oh,
Pretty
No,
good.
but
Yeah.
Dang.
if you guys do it does look like dog food. I'm just saying, when you mash it up, it just looks like dog food.
Yo,
Dude,
it does smell like cat food sometimes, but yo,
That's
like
true,
when I
yeah.
used to go and feed cats, like a friend of mine had a cat, and I would go and I'd crack open that cat food. I'd be
eat
like, dang, I want some spam right now, bro. So that's pretty bad, but I don't care. I love
No,
spam.
sometimes, dude, I'm not even kidding. Sometimes cat food does smell good. I'm not.
Doesn't it?
Yeah,
Bro, when you go to
I think
Petco
I'm
and
not
those
alone.
treats are there,
What is
I'm
wrong
like,
with
is
you
that for
guys?
me?
You're like, look, bro, can I buy some?
Dude, you know they have like tuna cat food. It smells just like regular tuna. Like it's,
telling
you can make a
you.
sandwich with it.
Maybe it tastes like.
So it smells so good.
Oh no. Oh gosh.
No, for
well,
real. Wet food
well,
though.
with
not
that,
the dry food.
you guys are going way out there with cat food. So, fatties, that was Joshua. You guys, thank you, Joshua. I appreciate all your answers as well.
No,
And
thank you, man.
oh man, I guess you guys have to ask me questions now, right?
I'm so
It's
hungry.
your turn,
Oh,
fatty.
no. Oh gosh, you guys are killing me here. I need to serve myself a drink.
Here we go.
Do it.
So look, you like going places, right? You like going places.
Yeah.
So where was your most memorable place to visit? Why was it the most memorable place? And could you think of a place to go that could top it?
Oh, okay. So I know when I talked about when I did the podcast about traveling, I did my little segment about traveling. I mentioned Peru. And so I would have to say, I talk about Peru a lot. I think Peru was the most memorable as of now. And the reason Peru was so memorable, not because I went to one of the wonders of the world, even though that was on my list of things to do, but because of the friendships and the people that I met there that, I mean, I still talk to now, constant communication and genuine people that I met over there. And honestly, that made it one of the most memorable experiences because the love that these people had, it's a developing country. There's not a lot of money. I mean, you can compare it to the US, but everybody was just so giving and so humble. And it it just really immerses you into that culture, and it just made that experience like so much more powerful and meaningful. And something that I hold dear to me, you know, when I went there. Um, and a place to top it off, I don't know. I think I'd have to a place to top it would have I just have to go somewhere, and it just has to happen, I think. I know a place I've always been really, really wanting to go to was Dubai, but that's just because, you know, growing up I studied architecture, and the architecture there is amazing. You know, they have I believe it's still the world's tallest skyscraper, the Burj Khalifa. I think that's how.
Yeah, they have the
Yeah,
tallest building there still.
yeah. So it's still the tallest one. They have the first
And they
man-made.
have the underwater mall and underwater hotel, right?
Yes, and yeah, they have all that stuff. They have indoor snowboarding. They have the man-made islands. I mean, it just seems like a really awesome
Jeffrey
place to go.
Epstein.
What was that?
Jeffrey Epstein, yes.
That's where I want to go. And I think I'm just gonna. So I think that's one of them that could potentially top off the physical location. As far as the interaction with people there, I don't know, but that's definitely gonna top that one off, I think.
Cool.
But yeah, so I think it's my turn now for the question.
All right.
What was the first place that you traveled,
So the
or where?
first-
Sorry.
Where? So when I consider traveling, so I can't say Mexico. I do go once a year to Mexico to visit my family, but traveling, you know, by definition, I would have to say the very first place that I considered traveling, and I went to Europe with a couple friends, and I actually had a 1979 Chevy truck. I sold it, right? And I used the money from that truck to get me my airfare, get me my hotels and all that. And this was before Airbnb, or else I would have Airbnb'd. But spent all that money that I sold my truck with, and I was able to go to Europe. And I did. I went to Paris. I did all like the cliche spots in Europe, right? Went to Rome, Paris, the French Riviera, Nice. People are probably gonna yell at me for saying it wrong or right. Nice, Nice, France, Monaco, and the Grand Prix was actually going on there, so we got to drive the track on the Grand Prix. Obviously, we were just like in a van, so it wasn't that much fun. But that was my very first experience traveling out of the country. That I would say it's a true traveling experience.
That's really cool.
Thank you.
All right, so
I mean,
my turn.
Sorry.
What was that?
No, go ahead. I was just gonna say. Oh, I just wanted to say, you know, if you guys haven't traveled, definitely do it. I mean, it's a rewarding experience. Yeah, it can get pricey, but it's just their memories. You know, they just kind of stay with you forever.
Yeah, they're priceless.
Unless you get dementia.
Yeah.
Alzheimer's.
It was all for nothing.
Yeah, thank you. You just killed my vibe, Josh.
So
Nice. All right. So, what type of genre of music would you consider yourself, or would you describe yourself?
Oh man, I'm gonna say this is I know people say this line cliche. It's a cliche line. You know, I think it was in Transformers. You know, there's more to me
indie
than.
rock?
Huh? Is it indie rock?
Indie rock?
No, I was talking about the line. That's like, oh, there's more to me than meets the eye, right?
Oh,
Oh, My Little Pony. Okay,
is that My Little Pony?
I think
this isn't
so.
a dating podcast, sir.
I'm not trying to date. I'm just trying to tell you guys where I'm coming from here. So hear me out. So I don't know. I feel like there's a part of me that you generally let people see. And then there's like a deeper part of you that you just kind of keep to yourself, right? That only very few get to know. So in genre of music, I feel like there's always indie folk. You know, it's a genre that I recently got into about 4 years ago, maybe even more. But I feel like their music can be like happy, but there's always a message behind it, right? There's always some like there could be a deeper meaning, and I think that would have to be the genre of music that describes me the most. I mean, as like you said, I know it's not like as Josh said, a dating thing, but I truly feel that, you know, there's very little bit that you let people see, but there's a deeper meaning behind who I am. So I feel like that music definitely really captures that.
do you listen to City in Color?
I do. I love City in Color.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're awesome.
it's oh man, they're awesome. I mean, when I'll go on my long drives, just windows down. I actually one of my main artists that I listen to is City and Color, and then after that, it's like Blind Pilot is another one. You guys should check them out. Pretty cool.
Nice. Sometimes I'll drive down the city with city in black and white instead of color.
This guy.
That's a bad joke. I'm sorry. That was a bad joke.
That was a bad joke.
I'll leave. It's okay. I'll walk out.
Yeah, definitely.
So what's something that you think motivates you when you're at your lowest? Like what helps you get out of bed?
Oh man. I don't know how to answer that question. Can we skip it? Can I skip that?
Think about it quickly.
No.
10 seconds.
I got okay.
30 seconds left,
Count it
please.
down. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I can answer for you.
Well, okay,
What
answer it
helps
for
me
me.
out of bed is my legs. Kidding. That was a bad joke.
Thank you.
That was good. No, so I don't know. I just kind of think about, I'm a spiritual person. So I would say that my spirituality is what kind of helps me, when I'm feeling down, do some Bible reading definitely really helps me get up and get going, because, we're human. Some days we have good days, some days we have bad days. And then, your family is always there too. But mainly, being a spiritual person really kind of helps me get through those tough days.
That sounds amazing.
But thank you.
Praise the Almighty.
Hallelujah.
Is it my question now?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Who's asking me questions?
My bad. It's my turn. Okay. What was the scariest moment you had while traveling? So out of all the times you traveled, what was like the scariest single moment that you had?
Okay, so I won't take too much time with this one, but so I was hiking to, once again, I'm bringing up Peru, right? I was in Machu Picchu. I was hiking to Machu Picchu, and there's a certain portion, it's like 3 miles, where we have to follow the train tracks to get into the town Aguascalientes before getting up to Machu Picchu.
Wow,
And-
that sounds amazing.
So we
Sounds so authentic and exotic.
Yeah.
So thank you. So we were going, right? It was me and my buddy John, and we're hiking. It's already getting dark, right? You only have X amount of time to get there. There's a turnoff you're supposed to make to get into the town. It makes everything so much easier if you know where to turn off, right? And so we're hiking and we miss this turnoff, and it's getting dark. I mean, we're in the jungle, we have ponchos, it's raining. I have a picture. I might post it to the Phat Chat Instagram so you guys can check it out. And it was getting really dark, and I was like, well, why aren't we there yet? And we just keep going. We're like, we'll just follow the train tracks. We'll be fine. And we were trying to save money, so we didn't take the train. And it started getting dark, and it got just really dark. And we just kept walking, and then we meet up to a tunnel, right? It's this really, really long tunnel. And the tracks are elevated, right? And on the right hand and the left hand side, it's kind of sunken in. And we ended up running into some people from Argentina, and they were lost too. They missed their spot. And what happened was that we talked to them, and they're like, well, we'll all just stick together. And you look to the left, you have jungle, and you can actually, you can see like eyes, and it was really creepy. I was genuinely scared.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, you
Heck
can,
is
how
spooky.
eyes glow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so you can, and I was scared because there's panthers out there,
Oh my
and
god.
And cougars?
So I was just like, I was kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty
Why did
terrified.
you sound like that? First off,
How'd I
why did you look at it and was like,
What I look at,
what? Yeah, why did you make that noise when you talked that?
I'm just expressing myself. It's
I make that
Oh,
noise
that's how
all
I
the time.
express myself. Okay. So let me continue my story, Josh. Can I continue my story?
Continue.
Gracias, señor. So basically, we were scared a train was going to come, right? And we're like, we just have to keep going. So we literally had our lights that didn't work very well because we couldn't see through the end of the tunnel. And basically, this random group of people we met from Argentina, we were like holding on to their backpacks, and we basically just listened. We're like, is there any trains coming? And there wasn't any train. So we just, booked it. Right. We're literally running on the side of the tracks, and we needed to get to the other side of this tunnel, and it felt like forever. And I was genuinely scared because everything echoes in the tunnel, and we heard like some vibration. We're like, oh my gosh, there's a train coming. There wasn't a train. And we finally got to the end, and we finally made it out, and we seen the town. But that was my scariest time, where I was like really scared, like a train's gonna come and we're just gonna be smashed like bugs. We had nowhere else to go.
That's crazy. It's like either getting
That
smashed
is
by a
crazy.
train or getting eaten by
Yeah.
panthers.
Dang.
Yes,
Nuts.
I mean, I was like, hey, if we hear a train, I'm just gonna jump into that ditch, on the right hand side. Hopefully, the train don't get me. But yeah, that terrified me.
Dang. That's crazy.
Well, here's a secret or a question from a secret fatty. What's the scariest experience you can think of being in? Period. And were you genuinely afraid for your safety?
Yes, I was genuinely afraid for my safety. There was this one time I used to work for a dentist, and he flew me, and he had like 2 aircrafts. He flew me from Bakersfield to Santa Monica, right, to drive a car of his back. And we were going over the mountain pass, the Grapevine, and there was a gust of wind, and he kind of let me fly it a little bit. So I kind of just went right to left a little bit, up and down, just kind of mess with it a little bit. And he took control again, right? And out of nowhere, he got control, and there was just a huge gust of wind that I was on the right side and just kind of came from the right side, and the left wing completely went almost all the way down vertical, right to the ground, and the right one came
Oh
up.
my god.
Yeah, and I mean, I was terrified, and
Ooh,
basically,
you were an atheist. You weren't then.
right? I was praying, but no, I was legit scared. I haven't really told anybody this story, but yeah, I legit got scared. And then he was calm as can be, but then again, he didn't really have any expressions. So all he did was drop the all he did was drop the landing gear. He's like, "All right, we're good now. We're good to go." He's like, "You all right?" And I'm like,
Dang.
"No,
But
I'm
I
not all
think he
right."
couldn't, because he was the pilot, right?
Yeah, he was the pilot.
Yes, I think he couldn't show emotion. I think he needs to be calm and collected in those situations. Like,
Yeah.
oh, my wing fell off. That's all right. I'm gonna land this thing anyway.
I
Even
think
they
they
have
did training like that.
in planes, they have a textbook for anything that's going to happen, any scenario. So like if you can't fly or if you have no communications for the tower, you have like steps to take in order to kind of compensate for that.
You got that from the Tom Hanks movie. Don't act like you didn't.
I went to school for planes, so don't judge me.
Hmm.
But yeah,
The
it
same
was
school that Tom Hanks went to.
He was there. No, I'm just kidding. No, actually, we did watch the movie together as a class.
That's actually a really good movie, man. That's a really
Sully?
good movie.
Yeah. My teacher
Sully.
actually paid for my ticket to go watch it, and I was like, "Sweet, let's do it."
Dude, because it's a really good movie. Like, it's crazy how if they would have sat there and read all the steps, they would have died.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, it was such a great film. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yes.
Well, that was Chon, you guys, your host. Getting to know me a little bit better, and you guys got to know everybody about everybody in the Phat Chat. All of our hosts here. We heard a little bit about Neff, Cisco, Enrique, and Joshua. So thanks everybody. A little bit about us here. And I do want to go over at least just one of the fatty questions, since we did ask on the and anybody can answer this one here.
We have a few.
Okay, we're gonna go over a few of them then.
Yeah, we have a few of them. I think we have like 9.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll go through
100.
them then. 900. Okay, so we'll go through them then. So the first question we got from our fatty listener is from Jasmine, and it says, despite COVID, what was the best thing that happened to you this year? And this is all out for anybody.
For me, my son.
Nice.
Yeah, definitely him. He was born in March, so definitely that. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bike.
You got a bike?
That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
We bought our first home.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
I got a laptop.
That's what I'm talking about.
I mean, I paid off my car. It's a first car that I bought outright.
Hey, that's an accomplishment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, so I mean, I got to pay off my first car, which is an amazing feeling. So
we'd say you took the dub on that one.
No, I think having a child. I think having a child.
I don't know. I'm just kidding.
All right, let's go next one from our fatty listener Noah. Is premarital eye contact okay?
Wow.
No.
That's a
If you're
really
a
deep question.
pagan,
Yeah, I think that's a very big step. You know, you're basically about to get married.
Yeah,
So it's a very serious thing that you should go over with their parents, your parents, and kind of decide if it's time.
I agree. I
It's
think
very disrespectful.
yeah, I
Premarital
think
eye
everybody.
contact, disrespectful.
Yeah, I think everybody should kind of walk around. You know how the horses have those blinders, on the right and the side, right and left side of them. Everybody needs to wear horse blinders. No eye contact.
You just
Yeah.
really got to look at them straight in the forehead and express how you have to really need to respect you.
Right there in the center of the nose, bro. Center of the nose. Old salesman trick.
There you go. Alrighty, here's one. I don't know if do you guys like karaoke?
I love karaoke.
Yeah,
Yes,
cool.
but I am not a good singer.
Me neither.
Neither am I.
So Phatty Yoshi, she said, "What song would you sing at karaoke night?"
Oh,
Ooh.
dang.
Probably
I'm
the
pretty-
Office theme song.
I would sing that song from White Chicks. The one that goes, the one that's like about like walking 1,000 miles.
Make it
Is it-
downtown. That one?
Yeah, that one. Making my way downtown, walking fast paces. Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
We need you to do it now, sir.
yeah. Go ahead, try
I
it.
don't know the
Sing it.
lyrics.
Oh
I
man,
can't. I'm scared.
I don't know. I would probably make a fool of myself, but I would sing "Living on a Prayer," even though everybody who knows me knows that I hate. Well, I don't want to say hate. I really, really, really strongly dislike karaoke. But if I had to, it'd either be a song from Blind Pilot or "Living on a Prayer." Just that's it, and just go all out, make a fool of myself.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of karaoke either, to be honest.
Which one is Living on a Prayer? Can you do a demo track for us, please?
No, I cannot. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I don't want to.
Oh, living on a prayer.
Wow, that was really good.
That was
Josh.
good.
Wasn't it? And I was just screwing around, bro.
Yeah,
I was just screwing around. You don't want to hear these real pipes?
Oh,
No, I don't want. I don't want to make. I don't want us to lose followers and listeners. So I won't sing it.
I am leaving.
But we do want to gain followers, so Josh,
Yes.
if you don't
Yeah.
mind.
All right, guys. The next question is also from Yoshi. Would we either live in the woods, in a cabin, or on a beach?
I would say both. I'm greedy and I like both. I can't decide, so both.
I'm definitely a cabin man. I will live in the woods.
I think I would live in a cabin in the woods next to a beach.
dang it. Oh,
Ooh, there you go. Took it a
Yo,
full step ahead.
Fat answer, son. That's a fat answer.
Thank you.
I mean, I'd say Big Sur. Just live in Big Sur. You got the beach and you got is it forest? Yeah, you got
Mhm.
beach and you got forest. Have them both.
Oh, true.
I'm
Very
with you,
true.
Josh, on that one.
Tell you, I'm greedy. Like my girl Ari, if you're listening. No, I'm kidding.
she'll definitely be listening.
Dumb. Why wouldn't she?
So
Is she gonna be the next guest?
she's gonna be the next guest for everybody out there.
Yeah.
That'll probably get us 1,500 followers. I guarantee
There
it.
you go.
Definitely a few
She'll
thousand.
buy the PS4 to donate it.
Do you think she's gonna want the PS4?
She might want the
Maybe the
PS4.
PS4 Pro only. She only wants the Pro.
Mm.
Probably.
So we have another fatty
Yeah.
question this summer. What is your main goal? What did she say? What is your main goal you hope to achieve in starting this podcast?
So
Listening
I
to
mean,
Enrique's laugh.
Money.
Yeah.
I think
to
all we
blow
want
up and act like we don't know nobody.
exactly lose all our friends because of fame and fortune. That's all we want in life.
there you go. I
That
love
that laugh that you hear coming from Josh in the background.
anyway.
I was like, where are we going with that?
No, dude, I love it. I love Josh's laugh.
Oh man.
You know
It's a
what?
great number
Hey,
too.
I'm not trying to give myself a compliment or nothing, but I'll tell you what, somebody told me the other day, they go, whenever you laugh, I laugh because I think it's funny. And I go, are you trying to take a dig? Like, are you saying that it's funny? Like, haha, like you suck? Or what is it? And they were just like, no, it's like it's infectious. And I was like, oh, thank you. So I'll take that as a compliment, Neff. you're safe.
No, yeah, it is really like I feel like your laugh is just over, like makes the laughing laugh louder.
Yeah, it's
makes me feel
it's
like
not like
it
it's a
fills the
weird
room.
laugh. It's a normal laugh. It's just contagious.
It's
Thanks. It's a
very
weird
much-
laugh.
it's a weird
It's a
laugh.
weird but normal laugh. That's
It's
what it
not a
is.
weird laugh.
No, but I mean,
It's even more contagious than the coronavirus. So
oof,
Whoa.
that's
Ooh, I like that. Dang,
That
it's
was good.
dangerous and it's lethal.
quote that. Hey, quote it, write it down. I think you guys can all agree with me here. We're just having fun, you know. This is fun,
I agree.
guys. I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying having this podcast. I'm enjoying being entertainment for other people. We got feedback. People enjoy it. So, hey, as long as you guys keep listening, we'll keep putting out our pod.
Cool.
Boom, drop the mic.
So we should probably go on to our another question that we got. This is from gamertag Ghost Cat. They wanted to remain anonymous. And their
Like,
question
gotta
is
give him up.
their question is, will you guys be extending the crew? That's a great question.
So number 7, our next question: does pineapple belong on pizza?
Pineapple
Yes.
does belong on pizza. It does.
Most
I will say
definitely.
because
Definitely.
yo, you want to know what one of my favorite combos with pineapple pizza is on it? It's
Spam.
ranch.
no, bro. No,
Spam and
it's-
ranch.
dude, it's barbecue sauce,
I knew it.
bacon, chicken, and pineapple.
Ooh.
Wait, say that again.
Yeah,
Everything
bro.
with Spam and ranch.
It's spicy. It is so good.
Dude, honestly, I'm not a big fan of pineapple. So like I don't hate on pineapple
Why are you
pizza.
here?
Well, hey,
What?
Mr. Gamertag Ghost Cat, you know what? There might be an opening actually now. He doesn't like pineapple on the pizza, so
Ooh.
Oh no.
Fine, I'll leave.
I'm just kidding, bro. Don't go.
Join me, Cisco. I'm actually starting another podcast, and that's why I'm.
Oh, dang.
Bro, do you know karate? I'm just
You know karate? Enrique? No,
All right.
taekwondo. Do you know taekwondo?
It's gonna be called
Brazilian?
it's gonna be called the Skinny Chat, and
Whoa.
Skinny chat.
it's
Why are you
I'm gonna have people
bro?
on the show, and I'm gonna be like, all right, give me the skinny.
Like a latte, a skinny latte.
So anyway,
Next question. All right.
so who would win in the fight? Captain America or Iron Man?
Captain America, it was in a movie. Just kidding.
Because movies are always correct and true.
I don't
Let's-
I'm
know.
not gonna lie. I'm gonna say Iron Man on this one, just because he could fly and literally
100%.
shoot missiles and bullets, and like
There is no
that
possible
kind
way.
of pierces skin. I don't know if you've ever been
But
shot
Captain
before.
America has a shield.
Dude, but one shot and the shield's gone.
I don't know. I don't think
Just
so. It's
shoot
made
him
out of
right in
that
the knee.
special,
Think about
special
it.
metal or
Let's think
whatever.
about this.
Shoot him right in the knee. He's going down. Right in
Oh,
the
no.
shoulder.
He's pretty quick.
He's
with
losing
that
that
shield.
shield. He's losing that
He's
shield.
pretty quick
fast.
with it. I don't know.
He's gonna lose blood so fast.
In
I don't think he
Civil War,
bleeds.
You ever been shot by a 40
I don't think he
cal?
has blood.
Just saying.
50, bro. 50 on those arms.
He has little missiles on his forearm. I don't think he can block that with a
and on his
shield.
shoulder.
He blew up a tank.
He knows karate,
with
bro.
the mid-
He knows karate.
Bro, okay, but let's think of this realistically.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
Captain
Iron Man
America-
wins.
Yeah, Iron Man would win because if you watch Civil War, he needed Bucky's help, his friend's help to take him down.
He
Okay,
could
but what if
only
he
win
had
with
Thor's
Buffy the
hammer?
Vampire Slayer.
What if he had Thor's hammer though?
He could barely even pick it up. It doesn't count.
Bro,
Oh,
have you not seen the new
True,
movie?
that's true.
I have not.
What? No, he picked it up fully in the last movie. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
dude.
I haven't seen the newest
He
movie. I'm
wielded
sorry.
both of them at the
Hey,
same
look it up.
time.
Neff is like retraction.
I plead
retraction.
I plead ignorance.
But yeah, so Team Iron Man,
Team Iron Man.
I'm gonna go with Iron Man too.
Cap.
get out.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
Bye.
Hey, he is. All right, guys. Summer said, "What is your favorite rom-com?"
Just Friends.
Oh, I hate you.
Ah.
I hate
Either
you.
Just Friends. Either Just Friends. I'll tell you what. It's a good tie between Just Friends or Just Go With It, because Just Go. Oh, I love Just Go With It, dude. But Just Friends too. Like the way Ryan Reynolds comes up. Like everybody knows Ryan Reynolds. You know, from what is it? Oh my gosh, Deadpool. They all know him from Deadpool, but I knew Ryan Reynolds when he was just a friend.
On a personal
Pun
level, right?
I like About Time. That was a pretty good one.
I like 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, that's a good one
yes,
too.
That's a good one.
That one was really good.
My
I
mom
don't know.
loves that movie.
Well. I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna have to say go with Josh as well, but I do want to say Hitch. Hitch was a good one too. I enjoyed that one.
It's actually
That
a
one's
really
good.
good feel good movie. That's
Yeah,
a
it
feel good
is.
movie right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite's probably Mall Cop.
Mock-up.
Okay.
Is that a rom com?
I think that could be a rom com because the
Oh,
redhead
yeah.
girl and all
That's
that.
true. That's true.
What she was from Glee, right? The girl that he was in love with was from Glee.
I'm not sure.
I can't remember the cast. That's okay. It doesn't matter. It's
Is
irrelevant.
Billy Madison considered a rom-com?
I don't know. His
Is
goal wasn't to like ultimately end up with that girl. I think his goal was to just own the company, right? Or pass the test so that way he can own the company.
Wait, which one? What's the one about golfing? Which one?
Oh, that's Happy Gilmore.
yeah, Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's like a little bit of a rom-com. Yeah, it's
That is a little bit of a rom com. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they throw a little bit of romance in all the comedies, even just a little smidge in all of them. So it
Yeah.
Well, then you
It
got
counts.
movies like The Notebook, right? So that just had
Yeah.
nothing but depression.
I mean, I haven't seen it yet, so
What's
You're a
that movie with
liar.
that guy?
Liar.
who's,
I'm not lying. I haven't seen
crippled?
it.
Did you say who's the movie with the
That's
cripples?
a lot of movies.
Yeah, it's that crippled guy, like from the neck down or something, and then this girl has to like take care of him.
Me Before You or something like that.
That one was pretty slapper. That one was really
I've
good.
never seen that one. I haven't seen that one.
That one's good.
No,
The ending is
You
terrible.
Before Me. I don't
I mean,
remember
if you
what
want to
it's called.
cry,
For you?
It was. It was.
It's Me Before You, homie.
Is it? Are you sure?
No,
I don't know if it is.
I think it might be
help
You
me
Before
out.
Me. Hold
Yeah,
on. Let
it's
me
You
let
Before
me
Me.
fact check this.
I'm pretty sure
you
it's
know,
Me
fact,
Before Me,
Google that.
but
You need to
I
Google
Googled
it.
it right now.
It's Me Before You, 2016. Yeah.
Is it? Oh, okay,
Okay.
okay.
Hey, Me
Yeah.
Before You, that sounds kind of a bad
Dude.
title. That means I'm before you, so I'm not going to take care of you. But the whole premise of the movie is him taking care of the girl.
Sound-
Right?
Yeah.
But
sounds
here's
like
the
you're-
thing, though.
55% on Rotten
You have to
Tomatoes.
watch the end. You have
It
to
Oh,
sounds
yeah,
like-
yeah, yeah.
It sounds like your kind of
Okay, I
movie,
see.
Josh.
Yo,
It's a
I
pretty
like.
sad movie.
Wait a minute. It's called Me
Movies
Before
like
You.
that.
Does he
Yeah.
die at the end?
Is he what?
Spoiler
Does he
alert.
die
I
at
hate
the
you.
end?
He becomes
Hey, do you know
immortal.
karate?
He actually
No,
becomes
no.
immortal, I think.
Just
Do you know karate?
He probably dies at the end and tells her not to worry.
No, he becomes immortal and they live together forever. Well, she gets
Whoa.
old, then she dies.
I'm pretty
he
sure she gets struck by lightning and then is like immortal or something like that. She can't die.
She becomes a part of the Marvel crew, and it's like a whole segue into a whole. You'll see. Just watch it.
You
Oh,
gotta
It's like
watch
a
it before
DC,
Captain
Marvel. It's
A
a
good
mix. It
tie-in.
was weird.
Yeah, a good arc.
Yeah.
Crossover.
Definitely.
That's the word,
so.
crossover,
Go,
there you
go
go.
watch it. Alrighty, guys. So hey, thank you to everybody. Everybody, all our listeners for tuning in to the toxicity of the Phat Chat. Hope we were able to help you get to know each one of us a little better and see where we come from and how we got into the Phat Chat. Again, don't forget, we have that raffle, and we do want to extend a big thank you to everybody around the world who's tuning in, because the Phat Chat is international, and we are gonna announce before we end this podcast our raffle winners. So our winners are David and Amber. Congratulations, David and Amber. You. Yeah, there we go. Very
All
awesome.
right.
So Amber suggested the topic: I hate when ... or I can't stand it when ... And David suggested the topic: proper bus etiquette. So you guys heard it. Tune in at the next episode for those topics, and also for our special topic, state of the ecosystem. Don't forget, like and subscribe on any platform you're listening on. If you like us, give us that 5-star rating. And don't forget, we do need all your guys' help to get to those 1,500 followers on Instagram and that 1,000 plays on any platform. And we're going to host that raffle for that PS4 grand prize, you guys. Again, thanks, Fatties, for tuning in. And I do want to say, check the description. That way, get the details of the raffle and everything. And that was the Phat Chat, you guys. And we're signing out.